Round two. I'm back at the quarry harvesting. Already got started too. So remember that we work for likes, shares, and comments. And remember to subscribe to the channel. Okay, so whenever you're repairing a septic, which is the soakaway or the leach field, depending on how deep you go, that hole, if you're doing a septic, you're repairing your septic and you're putting a new soakaway, the new soakaway, depending on the location and the distance and the time of the year, it will get filled with water at a rapid pace. That's a given. Remember, you're cutting into the soil. Now if it's a new build, you won't have that issue. And if you're doing a leach field and you're not going too deep, and if you're doing during the wet season, yes, it's going to water will pour in there if you're doing it during the wet season. And if you're doing it close to the old soakaway and the septic tank and all your drainage water, yes, it will get filled with water, even a leach field. Just a friendly reminder. This is my second load at Falcon Field, Monogram. They're closed for lunch. Most things in Belize are closed during lunchtime. This is in San Ignacio at Falcon Field. They have a basketball court. You can see the kids hanging out. They have five-a-side soccer field and the town council across the way. If I knew the size of the hole, I could tell you how much stone we need. The first load that I took is one of your front skidder, front loader, the bucket full. I think that's a quarter load of one of the dump trucks. I'm about to get another load finish. I'm close to about 60%, 60 to 70% full. I'm doing it by hand while I'm sick. Favor that went terribly wrong. I was supposed to only be the driver. Now I'm the driver, the loader, and the unloader. Here they got speed bumps in Belize. That's like just shy of 7 inches. The speed bump is actually much higher than that. Right here, you have to bring your car or your truck, come in at an angle, then rotate the wheel, and then go across and come across so that this don't make contact with the ground. I think I got her load up the way how I'd want to. Feel like I could put a couple more, but I'm getting exhausted and I still have to go unload, and I might have to do one more load after this, or a half load. Mind me, I haven't drank a lick of water since I left the house, and I think it's about 2 hours now since I've been out here, or a little bit more than 2.5 hours. So there are a lot of selling points about visiting Belize. You're gonna get the opportunity to taste Creole food, Creole cuisine that's coming online. You got mestizo, you got garifuna, and then you got the new age, where that culture wave of where they're starting to experiment and explore the cuisine and doing fusions and stuff as well. You got the Maya ruins and stuff that you can visit, the keys, the Barra Reef, the Blue Hole. For example, over here you have El Pilar and Calpech and Shinantunich. That's just a few. There are several others in Cayo district, and there are plenty to do In the northern and the southern, you got Corozal, you got Orange Walk, you got Stan Creek, Toledo, Belize district, and Cayo district. Let Belize be the playground for your next culinary experience and your next vacation, where you can come and discover and explore yourself. And also, it's also known for, you know, having cheap drinks, quality drinks. You can get, you know, cheap beer. You can find places where you can get a beer for like $2.50 US, or you can find other places where it will be less. Heading out, and I gotta remember to go out at an angle because the exit over there has a pretty steep drop, and then the road is like literally above the parking lot, so the road is a little bit higher. Taking my approach now. Okay, see now how I'm pulling and putting my right tire. It's either your right or your left tire, you get to decide and choose. So I got my right tire on there first because earlier I put both tires. Didn't do it well. That's perfect example of how not to do it. There you go. That's life, right? Lessons to be learned. There's a elementary school dead ahead. Doing like 8 miles due to the fact that there are kids coming out. They're heading back to school. Since I failed that one, let me see how I'll do in the second one. Alright, one tire off. I think that other one I got one tire off, and then when I tried to put the other tire, the front tire on, the other two back tires just dropped in. And like I had shown and stated, that the thing is like about 7 inches above the ground due to the fact of the load. Driver literally tried to overtake me just now, even though I'm going slow, and they can see the thing is loaded with stone because he was coming from behind. I don't know why they're always in such a rush to go somewhere which is nowhere of value and importance. So when you're driving here in your foreigner, be very careful. But like you see, they will literally block the street instead of pulling forward and leaving the street open. He can tell and see that I'm needing to try to get off the street so I don't cause any congestion, and in no rush. The driver can't even take the initiative and pull forward. This is how you cause rear end. People get rear end from behind because then they're coming too fast. They're not expecting me to be where I'm at, and then the incoming traffic is not allowing them to move. Another reason right here, more than likely that driver did not take a driving course, because they would not do that if they had taken a driving course. A lot of that happens here in this country. A lot of drivers are driving without even stepping a foot in a driving classroom, taking a class, doing anything. You're blocking the street. So I was saying, a lot of them don't take a driving class. A lot of them don't even read a driving manual, and the tongue or the country just gives out license. The drivers make the rule as they go along. So I kind of got a little triggered and overwhelmed due to the fact that they were like signaling me to go off the road, but then the truck is loaded. I have it loaded, overloaded, or loaded, you know, within capacity, and I could, you know, break my crankshaft. So a driver like that who had taken a course would have known why I didn't take that chance, because the truck is carrying load. And two, that driver should never block the intersection. They should be where they're at, or they could have gone and used the parking the parking lot at the supermarket across the way. But check this store out right here as well too, man. All right, we gotta unload now, and then before I take off, I should try and go see if I don't even have a measuring tape. Might have to use my body to measure out the size of the hole to see if we have enough stone. I'm thinking I will take a half load. That's another reason why I'm pushing and lobbying for driver's ed. So to try to implement a driver's ed program here in Belize nationwide. I have it to where it's a universal. So say someone from let's use Kaya District as an example. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 high schools that I know of. It may have more, and I apologize if I miscalculate. Okay, so say someone from Benke gets transferred to San Ignacio or Belmopan. We're trying to push to make it universal so that they're teaching the same thing, and vice versa. If someone from Kaya gets transferred to like down south to Toledo or Corozal, the same course is being taught nationwide so that they can continue with their curriculum. And then later on, pushing for it to have a driver's program implemented in the police department down the road. Trying to also push to have it to where we have the driver's program where in a high school where they're using the computer lab to upload the program, and then they take the course there, the students, and then for non-students try to see how we figure out to get a after-school program where we have it for like maybe an hour or hour and a half, and non-students can sign up and go in and take the course.